It's official, no chapter this week. It was very cloudy and uncertain the entire week, but now we got official confirmation that the One Piece chapter will not be coming out, and Oda is indeed sick and recovering. Now, we got an official announcement, and here it goes. To our beloved readers, thank you for always reading One Piece. Because of the author's poor physical health condition, One Piece will take a break in this week's issue. We deeply apologize to all the readers who are looking forward to it. Although One Piece is listed in this issue's postcard and table of contents, due to printing schedules, we were unable to make the correction in time. We deeply apologize. The series is scheduled to resume in the next issue, next year's issue number 1, on sale December 2nd. Thank you for your continued support of One Piece. Shonen Jump editorial department. Here's the thing. We were definitely expecting an official announcement from Shueisha or Oda. But typically in moments like this, Oda puts out a message. This wasn't from Oda. This is from the editorial department. This still is a bit fishy just because of how this has been handled. Of course, they're always going to downplay things so people don't worry. But this one is extremely worrisome for me considering no specific message from Oda. It was bad enough that Shueisha's release schedule got affected. I don't want to say something super serious because they say Oda is recovering. But I would say whatever you do, however you send well wishes, do that for Oda because something is lingering. I'm not one of them who will blame the live action because it did surface that Oda did visit the set for season 2 of the live action recently, but Oda is clearly overworking himself. And it's time to delve deeper into the history of Oda and his injuries and his history and his medical health because something has to improve, or that's all I have to say. Something has to improve. One Piece is on a sudden hiatus. It's not for a plot twist or cliffhangers, but for a far much more concerning reason, and it's Oda's health. This is a 2-week break seemingly, and it could be extended if needed. But this highlights the harsh reality of being a mangaka. The manga industry is infamous for demanding relentless dedication from its creators, who often sacrifice their health to meet unforgiving deadlines. For Oda, this has meant nearly 3 decades of 20-hour workdays, grueling back pain, constant eye strain, and severe sleep deprivation, all in the name of bringing One Piece to life for us. Now, since the series began in 1997, Oda's followed a pace that very few mangaka has ever matched. Complex and enduring stories in manga history. But behind this insane, remarkable output is a price that even, Oda, one of the most dedicated artists in the industry, has struggled to pay. If we go back early in his career, fans began noticing his occasional breaks. They weren't as frequent as they are now, but they would come every now and again, and they were often attributed to sudden illness. The truth was less simple, right? Because he was pushing through extreme exhaustion, worsening eye strain, and chronic back pain. And we know back pain, as a Hunter x Hunter fan, you never want to hear about that. But mangaka, they work under some of the toughest conditions in any creative industry, especially those serialized in magazines like Shonen Jump. The pressure to produce week after week leaves little to no time for recovery, resulting in cumulative health issues that only worsen over time. One of the most significant wake-up calls came in 2013 when Oda was hospitalized for a serious peritonsillar abscess. It was a complication of untreated tonsillitis that can be life-threatening if not addressed quickly. Now, this wasn't just a brief break for One Piece. It forced Shonen Jump to pause the series for 2 issues, allowing Oda to focus on recovery. Now, for many fans, this was a shocking and eye-opening glimpse into the hidden toll of Oda's workload. Reports at the time revealed that Oda's routine was as extreme as it was unsustainable. He slept only about 3 hours a night from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. and rarely left his workspace. In pursuit of One Piece, he sacrificed not only sleep, but also basic things like fresh air, sunlight, and he worked in isolation for weeks on end. This insanely grueling schedule had been pushing him to the brink with lack of sleep and little social contact, taking a serious toll on his physical and mental health. How could it not? Now, fellow mangaka and friend Masashi Kishimoto, the creator of Naruto, he visited Oda during his hospitalization, and he later expressed both admiration and concern for Oda's dedication, noting that Oda's work habits were relentless even by manga industry standards. The incident highlighted the extreme demands placed on top mangaka, who work within strict weekly serialization schedules to keep their story alive for readers. Even other artists in the industry were worried by the lengths that Oda was willing to go to maintain continuity for us, his fans. Although doctors and editors urged Oda to take monthly breaks after the 2013 incident, his health challenges continued. That wasn't the end. In 2020, during the height of the pandemic, he was struck by another sudden illness that forced him into a short hiatus. But this time, he openly shared with the fans just how difficult it was to keep up with One Piece while managing his own health. He was very transparent, showing that the toll of this lifestyle was beginning to wear on even the most resilient mangaka. Now, for Oda, who rarely leaves his desk and often works in complete isolation, the mental toll has become a reality that fans are only just beginning to understand. Adding to Oda's struggles has been chronic eye strain from decades of meticulously illustrating detailed scenes under tight deadlines. Earlier this year, he underwent surgery for severe astigmatism, a condition that had begun to affect his drawing ability. Some people had mentioned it even whilst reading the manga. He joked that it was a new eyesight powder-up, but the necessity of that surgery was a sobering reminder of the physical costs that he's paid for his dedication. Now, for many mangaka, eye strain is a battle that comes with the job, yet few face it with the intensity Oda has for so many years. Now, despite these challenges, he has consistently pushed through the pain to keep One Piece going, showing fans the true extent of his dedication. This latest break, officially attributed to poor physical health with plans to return on December 1st, has sparked a wave of fan concern and support. Now, with One Piece now heading into its final arcs and the long-awaited Elbaf storyline, fans recognize that Oda's health has to come first. Social media has lit up with messages of encouragement, urging him to take as much time as he needs to finish the series on his own terms, while some has not been so positive. Some people are actually blaming Oda for dedicating too much to One Piece and not focusing on his health. Some people are saying that, hey, maybe it's time to just wrap One Piece up. With One Piece also on a 6-month anime hiatus and the live-action Netflix adaptation currently in production, this moment has become a part of a larger shift toward healthier practices. A lot of fans are worried that Oda is dedicating too much to too much, but the pressure does remain high, and Oda's journey has become a testament to resilience, endurance, and the often unseen costs of the manga industry. Oda's story is nothing short of remarkable, yet he's not alone. The demands of the industry push many creators to their limits. Mangaka, like I mentioned earlier, Yoshihiro Togashi on a Hunter, who battles debilitating back issues, and Tite Kubo from Bleach, who faced multiple health-driven hiatuses, have similarly struggled under the weight of these schedules. And then the tragic death of Berserk creator Kentaro Miura in 2021, linked to high stress and extreme work hours, revealed the devastating cost of these conditions. The message is clear. The industry's high-pressure culture places deadlines over creators' lives. Now, the mental health impact is equally severe. For Oda, working in isolation with little to no social interaction is just an accepted part of his process. But the intense pressure to keep One Piece going brings its own set of anxieties. Tsugumi Oba, creator of Death Note, has spoken about the psychological strain and isolation that come with delivering a beloved serialized story, feeling the weight of fan expectations while facing the reality of declining health and sometimes declining sales. How do you make up for that? Now, for many artists, these pressures are endured in silence, as the industry has historically been slow to provide adequate, if any, mental health support. But I guess we can say things are starting to change, thanks in large parts to the fans themselves. In recent years, fans have shown unprecedented understanding of the health struggles facing their favorite creators. Social media and increased transparency have allowed fans to see the human side of these artists' lives. Where once fans demanded faster releases, they now rally around Oda, encouraging him to prioritize his health. Now, the fans that are on the opposite end, I don't know if we can necessarily call them fans, but today's fan response to hiatus is like Oda is not necessarily unique. There has been similar support for Hunter x Hunter's Togashi and Bleach's Kubo. Across fan forums and social media, there are messages of empathy for creators who need healthier schedules. This shift is reshaping expectations and fostering a more respectful dialogue between fans and creators. In response, publishers are beginning to adopt more flexible schedules. Now, since 2016, Oda has taken scheduled breaks every few weeks, and more recently, these breaks have become longer. He's taken like a 3-week to a month break back-to-back years. And now other series are also moving away from strict serialization, with Shonen Jump and other magazines allowing for more lenient hiatuses. I mean, these creators need it. Even your platforms like Shueisha's Manga Plus have started exploring models that prioritize the well-being of creators. The manga industry isn't alone in facing these issues. Japan's animation industry has faced similar criticism for harsh working conditions, but recently studios like Kyoto Animation have set a new standard by offering animators full-time employment and benefits. Meanwhile, Western comic publishers have shifted to monthly or bi-monthly releases, giving artists more time to create without sacrificing health. This shift recognizes that relentless pressure doesn't produce better creativity. By giving creators the time and space they need, companies are realizing they can achieve both high-quality content and a healthier, more sustainable work environment. The health struggles of beloved artists like Oda have sparked a larger conversation about supporting creative talent. For Oda and the fans, the hope is that these changes will allow for him to finish One Piece on his terms, with both his vision and health intact. Honestly, Oda's journey with One Piece is more than a story of creativity. It's a powerful example of the sacrifices that drive artistic masterpieces. The changes made for Oda's health, I think it's more than temporary solutions. It's laying the groundwork for a healthier, more sustainable future in manga, and an industry that has been long emphasized output over well-being. And as one of the most influential figures in manga, Oda's legacy isn't just about creating a global phenomenon anymore. It's about setting a precedent for a kinder, more supportive approach to manga creation. Now, one day, future generations of mangaka may work in environments that prioritize their health as much as their art. Oda's struggle is even mirrored in the themes of One Piece itself: perseverance, resilience, and community. Just as Luffy and the Straw Hats support each other through every challenge, fans, publishers, and industry professionals are rallying around Oda to help him reach his dream. In One Piece, the crew's strength lies in unity, and in real life, it's this same unity that can help creators like Oda realize their vision without sacrificing their health. As fans, we have a responsibility to remember that behind every chapter is a human being facing the pressures of weekly serialization. Our support, I think, goes beyond patience. It's about advocating for an industry that values the well-being of its artists. As One Piece nears its finale, right, this epic story reminds us that we too have a role in helping the creators finish on their terms. We genuinely do. Ultimately, Oda's journey and the industry shift toward healthier practices, it gives us hope, gives me hope. Oda's sacrifices it's opened doors for future artists to create their worlds without the same pressures, helping to build a manga industry that's both sustainable and humane. Oda's legacy isn't just One Piece, right? It isn't just like that amazing world that he's created, but also a better, more compassionate future for those who follow in his footsteps, because Oda is an inspiration to many. Now, as we continue the journey of One Piece and we see Oda's world come to life, let's remember the dedication and sacrifices behind every page. Oda's story reveals the real cost of creativity in an industry that demands so much. So, how do we think fans can help support creators like Oda and Togashi and even Kubo and Kishimoto and encourage change in the manga industry? I want to see your thoughts below. But more than anything, just give a prayer hands or just wish well wishes for Oda. Shout out another mangaka. Let's use the comment section as just a way to touch these artists in different ways. Just positive reinforcement. If you have thoughts or concerns or dissenting opinion about like how these people should take care of themselves, let's save it for another day. Right now, however you send well wishes, I would like to see it in the comment section, and then how things can get better. I think together we can make a difference for the artists who bring these amazing stories to life and honestly get us through life. Maybe a chapter next week, who knows? At this point, I think Oda should just take a break off and take the rest of the year. But, you know, it's crazy because saying knowing Oda without knowing him sounds crazy, but I feel like through One Piece, we've gotten to know Oda. So I'm gonna say it, knowing Oda, he probably wouldn't do that. And if he does, he would supplement those chapters with something else. Is just how he's built. But give me your thoughts, guys. Positive reinforcement, like the video, subscribe so we can go through this journey together, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.